Hey there, Fabian here, back with another video. In this one I'm going to show you how to install the Offload plugin, how it works and how you can connect to it with services like Amazon Web Services, DigitalOcean Spaces and Vultr Objects. First off, you gotta make sure that you have your product updated to the latest version before installing the plugin. Secondly, to check if the plugin is available for a particular AltumCode product, you must go to the admin panel and then you will find, if any, the plugin section, and here you will find the Offload Assets and User Content plugin. So if it's here, then it means it's compatible. If it's not, then you're out of luck. In this case, I'm using 11 Uptime product as a demo installation, but the same process is valid for all my other products as well. Alright, before we go any further, I want to explain what this product does and why it is extremely helpful in some cases. This plugin gives you the ability to offload assets and user uploaded content of your product installation like CSS files, JavaScript files, images, uploaded images in your server by your users to an external storage unit like Amazon Web Services S3, DigitalOcean Spaces and so on. This is super helpful when you want to scale your website, as you can get faster delivery of the content, cheaper hosting for your files, you're not limited to the disk space of your hosting provider, and most importantly, you will not be using your server resources, processing power, bandwidth to process the requests to these assets anymore. Okay, now let's continue with the installation of the actual plugin. I'm going to assume that you already have purchased and downloaded the plugin files. I have them right here, as you can see the offload.zip file. I'm simply going to extract it. Alright, the next step would be to connect to the actual server or to use a file manager to upload this folder. I'm going to use FileZilla in this case. I'm already connected to my server and right here I have the 11 Uptime product installation. I'm going to go in the plugins folder and then what I'm going to do is simply drag and drop the Offload plugin. I will of course wait for it to upload and make sure to override everything if needed. Alright, now the files have been uploaded. I will go back to the admin panel, hit refresh, and as you can see now the status has changed. It says uninstalled, so what I'm going to do is simply hit the install button. This will run the installation process in the background and as you can see it is finished. Now the plugin is active. You can also disable it and then also uninstall it, but I'm going to activate it again. So right now what I'm going to do is go to the website settings. You will see a new offload tab right here and a bunch of new form inputs. Okay, from this point on the process is starting to get a bit more technical, but it's not hard at all. I'm going to first off start with the assets URL. This can be set up much more easily and I will show you exactly how to do that. In this case I will use Amazon Web Services S3, so I will go to AWS console right here and then I want to go to my account and find the S3 services. Of course you need to make sure to have an Amazon Web Services account first of all. Right here you have your buckets. I do not have any buckets right now, so I will create one. I will simply say Altum for now, choose the region, and right here I do not want to block the public access because these assets will be public. So again right here and I will simply create the bucket. Right now this is being created and then I will go inside of it and directly you can upload files. Right here what you want to do is make sure to upload the assets folder. Instead of going to the server and downloading the assets files of the particular product that I'm using, which is 11 Uptime, I will simply go to the Finder and I have all the files right here. I'm going to go in the themes folder, Altum, and then you can see the assets folder right here. I'm going to drag and drop this and as you can see all these files will be uploaded to Amazon. And before these files are actually uploaded, you need to make sure to go to permissions and make them public and then upload them. And now of course you gotta wait for them to upload, so we'll do that. Alright, perfect. All of them have been uploaded successfully. What I want to do now is close this up, and right now you can see the assets folder right here. I'm going to go inside of it, and right here I want to go inside of the images. It doesn't even matter. I will simply select AltumCode.png, open up and copy the URL. I will go back to the admin panel, assets URL, and right here I want to make sure that I only leave out this. This is the full URL of your storage space of your bucket on Amazon AWS, and you need to point it towards the assets folder just like this with a slash at the end. Right now, to make sure that everything went right, we hit update, and then I'm going to go to the dashboard and then to the index, hit a big refresh, and as you can see, the CSS styling is there, the JavaScript is working, all the images are working. If you right now click on the open image in a new tab, then you will see that the URL is actually from Amazon servers. So they are basically delivered to you from Amazon and not from your local storage on your web host. Alright, it's starting to look pretty nice, but what about the user uploaded content? I will go back to the admin panel, to the offload section, and we will have to fill out all these inputs right here. As far as the uploads URL goes, I will simply copy this, paste it right here, and make sure to write uploads. Now I'm going to go back to the S3 management console, go back to the Altum bucket, and right here I'm going to create a new folder, uploads. Create folder, and that's it. What I want to do is I want to go and make sure to get the access key and the secret access key. This can be done from the S3 management console, Fabian right here, my security details. I will go right here, and then you can see the access keys from this tab. I will not open them because they're private, but you can get them from right here. I will make sure to paste them, but of course I'm not going to show you. And then we will have to figure out the bucket name, which is of course Altum, because that's the name I gave it, and the region, which I'm going to go back to the console, and I'm going to go to the properties, and as you can see, the region is EU Frankfurt. I will simply only copy this one, paste it right here. Okay, now I'm going to hit update, and then we can test this out by simply trying to upload a logo right here. I will go to the desktop and try to upload logo.svg. Hit again update, and in our case everything went right. The logo has been uploaded, and if we open it in new tab, you will see again the link is Amazon AWS. If we also go to the S3 management tools, I will go to object and then uploads, logo, and then you will see the logo right here. Also, it handles deletion as well, so if we want to delete it, we can do that as well, and it will be automatically deleted from the server as well right here. You can see it disappeared. Alright, that's it for this implementation. If we go back to the admin panel, offload section, you will see the ability to select more providers. And in this video I'm also going to show you how to do that with DigitalOcean Spaces and Vultr Objects, because it is extremely easy and similar as well, but a bit different. I will select DigitalOcean Spaces, and as you can see, endpoint URL appeared and some others disappeared. What I'm going to do right now is the following. I want to make sure that I'm logged into DigitalOcean's, and I will go to the Spaces Management. Right here you can see all your spaces. In this case, this one is deleted, and I will create a new one. I will choose Frankfurt. I will scroll a bit down, and I'm going to say AltumCode. Select my AltumCode project, and then I will create this space. As you can see, right here you can start uploading files. You can do the same process with the assets folder, but we're not going to do that again as it's repetitive. But what I'm going to do is show you how you can get your access keys from DigitalOcean. So if we go back to the admin panel, you will see that you need an endpoint URL. We can get that from the settings, and right here you see endpoint. I will copy this out, go back to the admin panel and paste this out right here. Make sure that it has HTTPS in front of it, just like this. Okay, as far as the access key and the secret one goes, I will go back to DigitalOcean, and what I want to do is make sure to go to API, scroll a bit down, and as you can see, Spaces access keys. Generate a new one. I will say AltumCode. Alright, and you can see the key right here. Go back, paste it, and the secret one, again, paste it right here. Now you must not forget about the uploads URL, so I'm going to go back to Spaces, select the space that I created, and you can see right here the URL. I will copy this out, paste it. You want to make sure that you also set the bucket name, which is AltumCode in this case, and then we'll hit update. And of course I'm going to test it out with the logo. Select it and update. Website settings have been saved completely, and you can see the logo right here. If we open this up, you can see that it's living on DigitalOcean Spaces. And of course, if we go back to Spaces, you will see right here the files, uploads, logo, and here you can see the uploaded logo. Okay, we're going to do the same test again. Delete the uploaded file, update, go back right here, refresh, and there is no logo anymore. So this means the implementation is working properly. So that's it also for the DigitalOcean Spaces provider. Now we can move on to Vultr Objects. I will also show you how you can do this. Keep in mind, as far as the assets URL goes, the same process is for the object storage on Vultr Objects as well, just as I've shown you on AWS S3. If we do not want to use this feature and only use the uploads URL feature for user uploaded content, we can simply delete out this URL. So what I'm going to do is go to object storage. Again, I made sure that I'm logged into Vultr, and I go to objects right here. I will add object storage. I will choose a location. In this case, this is the only one. I will say AltumCode, and then I will simply add this and wait for this to install. Alright, now it's ready to go, so I will go inside of it. As you can see, here are the credentials, the host name, which I will copy, go back right here, and this is basically the endpoint URL. Again, make sure that you have the HTTPS in front of it. I will go back right here, copy the access key, I will paste it, copy the secret one, I will paste this right here, and also I will go back to Vultr, go back to buckets, and I will create a new bucket, which is AltumCode. Alright, now we have the AltumCode bucket ready. I will copy this out and paste it right here. Of course, it's the same one. And in regards to uploads URL, I will use this out, just like this. And because the bucket name is AltumCode, I will have /AltumCode for Vultr Objects, because this is how their system works. So I guess I will hit update and again try with the logo. Make sure to update, saved, and of course it's uploaded. We will check this out right here as well. Uploads, logo, and you can see it right here. So this means it's working. Again, test the delete functionality, update, refresh, and the logo is gone, which means it's perfectly working. So yeah, there you go. These are all the 3 implementations for the storage providers, so you can get started on your own right now. And the only thing that I want to mention before stopping this video is that if you already have user uploaded content and you do not want to lose it, make sure to go inside of your server in the uploads folder and make sure to save everything except the cache folder. Make sure to save all these folders Go to either Amazon Web Services S3, DigitalOcean Spaces or Vultr Objects, and make sure to have all these folders except cache uploaded in the uploads folder right here. And this will basically make sure that everything you already have in your server gets properly transferred to your external storage. This is basically it. Thank you for watching, and of course enjoy the plugin. Thank you.